Hey y'all, it's the 40-year-old brat here. I'm just getting ready to go to bed and wanted to check in. Thank you for those of you who have friended me and added me on Instagram. This account was really, originally I decided to set this up for YouTube in response to Kevin Samuel's video that he did about me. I was bold and a little bit crazy to call in to his show. For those of you who don't even know who Kevin Samuels is, let me just back up and tell you real quick. So, Kevin Samuels is a YouTube blogger, very like traditional, mature black man. Trying not to hate on him because I'm just want to keep it positive, but misogynistic and really blames black women for the fall of the black family, for the deterioration of marriages in the black community. Thinks that our standards are too high, that we're expecting too much, and that we need to basically just settle down and revert to our lives in the 50s where we had no rights and no equality and just, be barefoot and pregnant, married at 23, taking care of kids and home if we want a man. So, a lot of women do listen to him, and I listen to him more so out of just curiosity. And so many people were upset with me because they heard my interview with him, and they were like, "Girl, why did you cuss him out?" And I was like, I get, like, it didn't make me that mad. It really didn't make me that angry. And I guess because this just didn't surprise me. I had already listened to a lot of his videos. I knew that's where he was coming from. And I wasn't going to let him destroy my peace and my joy. Like, I know where I'm coming from. And like it or not, there are a lot of Kevin Samuels in this world. That's why he's so popular. That's why he has a following. Okay? But I do wholeheartedly disagree with him. I think he's completely insecure. I think he has some past issues with women, probably his mother or, high school girlfriend, some in which he needs to reconcile because he's very angry. But nonetheless, by the end of my interview, he, as I was trying to defend some of the things that he says men want in a woman, he says Kevin Samuel says women or men want high value men. And when he's talking about high value men, he's talking about like high income earning men. Want a woman who is fit, cooperative, feminine, and submissive. Right? Nothing's particularly wrong with those things when I say it that way, but when you listen to him more regularly, you find out that his definition of fit is actually almost like a very Eurocentric standard, very thin. When he's talking about submissive, he likes to say he's talking about it in a biblical Christian sense, but he's really not, because he's not talking at all about what a man needs to do, the role a man needs to play, like the Bible says, okay? So that a woman is willing to submit, right? Like, we're not submitting to bums out here. Okay, we're not submitting to cheating ass men. He implies that we should accept cheaters, and he implies that really we need to just be homemakers. So and nothing I'm just not here to judge. Like, I'm just not that upset by it because I feel like there's space for all of those people in this world. And those men who want that need to stay over there and look for women who are okay with that. But that's not me, right? So, anyways, long story short, by the end of the conversation, I was saying, well, I may not be fit, cooperative, or submissive, but you know what? I'm still feminine. And he said, I don't really know if you're feminine. I think you're just a brat, a spoiled brat. And so I took that term and embraced it. And so I'm calling myself the 40-year-old brat because you know what he was really saying? He was saying that, how dare you, with your 40-year-old self, have high standards and be imperfect? And I'm like, yeah. How dare me? How dare us? How dare all the beautiful women in my, in my worlds, in my network, my friends, my sisters, my college girls, my girls I grew up with, my sorority sisters, like, how dare us to still have high standards for the black men we're dating while imperfect? Who says we gotta be perfect to want a good man? Anyhow, so that's what this whole blog is about. So I'm just excited that you guys are listening right now. And ultimately, my goal is to really just do more videos and interviews with my girlfriends, like-minded girlfriends, so that we can get a full perspective and have some really good conversations about our dating lives, what we want, what we don't want, and just really honest, authentic conversations about these things, I also just want to talk about wellness, overall wellness for Black women. And when I say wellness, I mean our spirituality. I mean getting in touch with our ancestry, that ancestral calling of greatness, because I do believe we are Mother Earth. And I want to talk about religion, Christianity, I want to talk about our fitness and our health and our beauty routines and rituals, right? I want to talk about all of that. And I want to talk about our mental health. So when I say wellness, I mean all of that. It's just embracing our identities, right? And then lastly, I want to talk about femininity. I think two things. Femininity and feminism are two words that are misinterpreted way too often amongst us women. And when I say that, like, so many women don't know, let's start with femininity, that you can be feminine and a boss at the same damn time. And I do think because the way our roles have shifted in our generation, where we are oftentimes the breadwinners in our households. We are oftentimes the caretakers of our parents and grandparents and our loved ones. We are oftentimes the primary caregiver to our own children, right? And balancing all that with our careers, I think a lot of us have lost touch with that feminine side. And I'm here to tell you that your femininity is your superpower. And you can be feminine and be a boss at the same time. So I want us to reclaim that. And then I also want to just talk about feminism. So many of my girlfriends get upset, not so many, but a few get upset when I talk about feminism because they're like, I'm not a feminist. And I'm like, girl, yes, you are. I heard you on the phone the other day advocating for your right to equal pay at your daggone job. Do you think you deserve your right to vote, to be heard, to make your own decisions, to buy a home, to, I mean, that's all it is. That's all feminism is. It's not anti-man. It's not we think we're the greater sex. It's none of that. It's just asking for equality. And when I say equal, I don't mean the same when it comes to relationships. In any relationship, whether it's a man and a woman or just a woman and her girlfriends, we do all have our roles to play. That's what makes a relationship, right? So play your position, sis. Stay in your lane. But let's talk about what that really looks like. And that's definitely not, I am not subscribing to any traditional gender roles that have been subscribed to us. Like, no. I'm just talking about, what do you do best? What do you contribute? What are you contributing to this relationship? You know, what makes you feel good? You know, for me, like, I know I need to be needed. I like being a nurturer, but I also like, you know, making decisions. I also like being a leader. You know, let's go traditional with cooking and cleaning. I really like to clean because I don't think anybody else cleans as well as I do. That's my own control issue, right? So maybe in my relationship, I'm going to set that standard, right? That like, I want to clean and I want to nurture. And he may do other things. So anyway, I digress. So I'm going to talk about all of that. And then I just want to, you know, interview my girls so you guys can see how diverse women, grown ass women, really are. I've got married friends, single friends. I've got, oh my goodness, so many bosses in my life who are leading in different areas, from fashion to just entrepreneurship, to within education, within marketing, within healthcare, wellness. And so I just want to bring all these grown-ass women perspectives to this space so we can just really get real and have some authentic conversations about what it is we need and want. I think there's a space for that, a space that's needed. And so I encourage you to go to my YouTube page, 40 Year Old Brat, like, subscribe. I'm going to try to make videos every week. I'm just getting started, so bear with me. And turn on your notifications so that you can grab yourself a little glass of wine or a cocktail, put your pajamas on, and let's talk about it. All right? All right, good night. Love y'all.